Hello,
Hi there.
another SNHU esports stream. We are here in the Connection Esports Arena. I'm Matt. This is Mark. How you doing today?
Hi. I don't usually cast here. I'm usually back in the prod room.
Yeah.
But, smash calls. So I need to be here.
Yes, sir. You finally ventured out. Yes. And now you're here.
You see casters so much, and it seems so fun, and you just want to be one. And then you're on Smash. So
Absolutely.
Most hype game of the night.
Hype game.
Definitely most hype game of the night because it's the only game. But
True.
Most hype game in the arena, arguably.
Okay,
Many people are saying this.
Started off with a hot take, but I respect it. I respect it. This is going to be a good match, too, because this is going to be our first look at SNHU Blue.
Yeah, last week it was yellow.
Last week it was yellow. Very good to always get them on stream. But this Blue roster has a long pattern of success.
I mean, the picks are so exciting. Like, when you watch, like, big tournaments like Summit and stuff, you're used to seeing, like, the typical top tier, like, Palutena, Lucina, not so much anymore, I don't know. But, like, now you see, like, the hot picks. Like, we have a Mario coming up. Less hot. People think Mario's good. But you got a Sephiroth, you got a PT. You see a lot of PT, but I love PT, Pokemon Trainer.
We got El Jefe coming in first semester as part of the team on the Incineroar.
The character that people were like kind of excited for when the game came out, and then it came out, and they're like, "This character's so fun." That's what I was like.
Look, that character's hype.
Yeah.
But speaking of hype, we have Steven on the Mario. Dude, Steven's Mario is so sick.
The thing with Mario is, like, if you get them in advantage, like, if you're in advantage, Mario is devastating. His up air is such, like, it's so reliable.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a good tool in that position. The problem with Mario is getting them in that position, like, because they nerfed his up air from, not up air, they nerfed his up tilt from Smash 4, and I also think in this game. So it doesn't launch them up as far early in the percentages. So Steven's definitely going to want to, like, get that settled at the start of these games.
The thing is, Steven, just across the time that he has been part of this program, has always been so consistent with being able to get those ladder combos set up. Spikes are nasty. Anyone who frequents Granite State Grind, whenever Steven pops up on stage, it is the boss music plays.
Oh, yeah.
That forward aerial is in good hands when Steven's got the controller.
Yeah, they really designed that to be like a nasty ability because you see it wind up.
Yeah. No, it's disgusting, and Steven is always able to make them connect. It seems like bro can never miss.
Yeah, and I mean, past that, Mario's just so solid. Like, whoever's facing him is just going to be really challenged by, like, the fundamentals because, like, he has so many scary stuff. Like, his down tilt is just such a neutral boon. I mean, does Mario have jab blocks? I don't think he does. But like, his side tilt is reliable. Changing directions sometimes with the cape can be so dirty.
Especially depending on the character off stage, that's gnarly.
And let's not forget about Flood.
Oh,
yeah.
I wanted to forget about Flood.
Yeah, if you recovered and you're not on stage against Mario, sorry, you're dead.
Yeah, be very scared.
Yeah, 3 times, that's a game. 15 times, that's a sweep. And that's all it takes for Mario.
And Steven has shown mastery of the whole kit. Everybody talks about the ladder combos because the ladder combos are the flashy part. You do a ladder combo off 2 platforms, you hit them once, spike them down,
40%.
Their stock's gone.
40% easy.
But yeah, Steven is so technically proficient, and we see that throughout not just individual games, but throughout sets where he and the rest of SNHU will adjust depending on how the other team plays.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be really interesting to see how this other team tackles this. We're going to a match with a Me Gunner. Bryant, you bring out the...
Now, we can't see what specials, because you can pick your specials that Me Gunner has, but depending on the loadout, this could be a really zone-heavy matchup, and they do have the grenade.
Yeah, this is not a character that we see very often, so it's going to be interesting to really see how they actually decide to tackle this, and if Steven's able to close the gap. Initially, though, Finn able to get a little bit of damage, backing off a little bit, getting that zoning space.
He might want to take more advantage of Mario's like neutral abilities, and we'll see that like neutral air, up air, because they're jumping a lot, and also like cape towards the projectiles. Honestly, Steven has a lot of freedom in this matchup.
Yeah, it's just about closing the gap, and that might do it.
Oh yeah,
Here it is.
Oh,
Oh,
the
no.
ladder combo. It did so much percentage. And that just goes to show, like, Steven in this matchup, when you get them an advantage like he did just then, that's 55% off of one interaction.
Yeah,
It may
another
seem
grab.
like, oh, man.
Oh, there it is.
You love to see it. Yeah, Mario, all he needs is like 2 interactions in this matchup, and just like we saw, that's a stock.
Yeah.
And then Me Gunner, it's like a war of attrition for him. He wants to stay as far away from Steven as he can.
Yeah, Finn needs to dictate the pace of this because the instant that Steven gets in that advantage state, like you said, it's over. Oh no, not again.
And that was 2 touches right there. One more and he's definitely done. Nice grab.
Finn's already up to 64%. He just locked his stock.
Based on the specials Me Gunner chose, it doesn't look like they have a lot of options for right above them, because they have the missile, they have the grenade, and they chose the Duffy might do damage on that, in which case they have it covered there, but oh man, trying to lock that edge against Steven, but it just doesn't work.
Yeah, getting a lot of great hits, putting the pressure on, but it's not able to secure the stock just yet. Steven's sitting at 143, should spell disaster, but Steven's still hanging in there. So much pressure on the side.
Oh man,
just barely hanging on.
That's the problem with a lot of these middling characters, is they just don't have round closers. And there we
Finally.
see it finally, 167%. That is
a dash attack on land.
That's like a Bowser matchup number, man. You shouldn't see that versus Mario.
Yeah, but Steven's DI there was so strong. Every time that we thought that he might lose that stock, it just didn't happen. Now Steven back on stage, not under as much pressure. Oh my goodness!
That was almost super good.
That was almost
That
so sick.
neutral can be really scary when it's charged up. Not so dissimilar to Samus's.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
and the
now
dash
Steven
attack
back
on ledge,
stage.
not covering it effectively, and the forward smash. Oh man,
That
one
was-
stock away from taking it.
Absolutely, and that forward smash came out of absolutely nowhere. Finn has to regain momentum right now, but it seems like Steven's back in his element.
Well, he's up a stock. Steven's up a stock, and like I said in the previous stocks, it's like 2 interactions away from being Steven's game. But Me Gunner's zoning is really strong, especially at these high percentages, despite the fact that they just can't kill this Mario. 148%.
I thought that was gonna be real
Yeah,
scary.
I thought that was
I thought
gonna
it was
be
gonna hit
scary.
off the bottom of the stage, but oh no, here comes a grab.
Oh, and Mario loses that one.
Steven's gone. Steven has exited this plane. That was unfortunate, but we will see now Steven back at center stage. Finn sitting at 66%.
66 to 16. This looks like it's in Steven's favor, but maybe the Me Gunner can just work out this. I mean, one good interaction on the ledge, that almost killed Mario last round.
Absolutely. The thing is, Steven's DI is so strong that it's so difficult to actually secure the stock. Even when you're getting these huge combos with damage, Steven just refuses to lose. Great cape there, and now Steven is the one in the hot seat.
Yeah, I mean, this Me Gunner, like on shield, it looks like Steven's kind of lost of what to do. But like a lot of the Me Gunner's attacks seem to be sending Steven vertically, in which they just don't really have a response to it. They just let him fly. Which, losing that advantage state in situations like this are really working out in Steven's favor so far.
Indeed, and offstage here is a little scary for Me Gunner, but able to maintain.
Oh, back air really could have ended it. Oh, nice spot dodge from the Me Gunner.
Reflects the grenade. Doesn't connect with anything.
Tech grab. Oh, the down tilt. Weirdly lethal down tilt on that character.
Yeah, Finn just barely squeaking that win out after a not so great start for them.
See, I feel like it's not so dissimilar to what we said at the start of the match, where if Steven gets that advantage state, that's 60% like of the ladder combos, but it just didn't happen enough. The Me Gunner was playing really grounded.
Yeah.
Which I thought it wouldn't work out as well because they don't have as ready access to advantage, but it just seemed to work out. Like, it just worked out. Their zoning was really effective.
Yeah, the thing was Finn's air dodges were really, really well timed so that, he was able to get out of that ladder combo, not get spiked, not lose the stocks off of 2 interactions, and still not get super punished for it.
But they did lose 2.
They did lose 2.
Next round, SNHU's next player, they'll play against the Mii Gunner with 1 stock. And when it's not that war of attrition, when you need to make it happen in 1 stock, a zoning character is going to have a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be so tough for Finn, because now, what does SNHU's next player have to do? Take 1 stock.
Yeah.
These players could do that in their sleep.
We have a
blindfolded.
PT. We have a PT, and like Ivysaur is like super lethal at early percentages. We have a Sephiroth, which like they can challenge the mid range really hard. Mii Gunner will have a lot of trouble with that. Yeah, like regardless of who SNHU sends in here, I think the Mii Gunner is going to have a tough time.
Yeah.
I mean, not just because our players are good, because the matchup, if you're trying to play that war of attrition, it doesn't work if you don't have the life to do it.
But getting that early lead does always, it signals good things for the squad that goes up early. If Finn is able to take a stock here and maintain that lead, it's big. But with Falco coming in, how do you think that matchup's going to come in?
See, with proposed to the other 2 characters, I do feel like Falco's going to have the most trouble. But that's like embellishing a little bit, because I feel like Falco needs to get in, and Falco's really good at getting in. And also because the Mii Gunner doesn't have specials to cover the vertical range that much, Falco's aerials are really good.
Falco's Reflector is going to be a little scary too, when all of Finn's zoning options can just be swatted away.
Oh, yeah. Granted, like the grenade setups are still going to be dangerous to Falco. You can't just rely on Reflector for everything, but I feel like Falco's going to have a good time here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so tough when you only have 1 stock.
It is.
You're kind of in a tough situation where anything you do is a W.
Yeah, because they have 1 stock, we're going to start the game with the Mii Gunner player just SDing off the edge, and then we'll probably see like a taunt or something, and then they'll actually fight.
Yes, indeed, you are right on the money. And there is the taunt, and we are ready to go. Just waiting for Crust to get in here, playing this a little patient, waiting for Finn to establish a... might be having some kind of tech issue here.
Yeah, it looks like we have a wrong controls, so we are going to see an SD into a control reset. Hopefully Bryant didn't think that counted.
Yeah, no, they seem to know.
Yeah.
The bags were coming out, not out of disrespect, but out of friendly acknowledgement.
I mean, the teams are really close right now. I mean, it's 1 stock. It's 9-10. We saw it there. So honestly, at this point, it's anybody's game. The Mii Gunner might be able to do some work, like maybe a stock, but like I'm not sure. Falco should have no problem. Yeah, especially when like.
Here we go. We're getting back into the game. I think Finn is really just going to be, like you said, looking for that singular stock to just maintain this lead that they have. Because if they can do that, they can carry that momentum down to their next player. Whereas if you start back off even, then Crust is the one that has momentum, and you don't want to let Crust have momentum.
No, definitely not.
Historically speaking, Crust definitely is not one of those players that you want to give too much.
I mean, we were talking about how Mario was like mostly a fundamentals character. Spaceys are fundamentals characters. like if Falco gets momentum and he's playing his game plan, he's just gonna have a good time running that game plan against literally any character.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And the thing is, like, with Falco, you can play slow and then amp it up when you're ready.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially like with his strong aero game, those dash attacks are doing work.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it might just be the strat at this point for Finn to try and secure something.
It feels like Crust doesn't have a good approach here. Oh, but he did get in.
He gets in, and that's where it gets scary here into these spaces.
51% off of one interaction. Oh, 60. And this is going to be tough.
Able to make it back on the ledge. Oh, another grab comes through. It's so scary for Finn now at 82%.
Oh, that up tilt.
Barely has a percent lead. That dash attack's been
killing him, man.
The Reflector not quite landing where it should have, but no pressure on the
I wonder what would happen there if that was just an empty jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, might be able to get a punish off this?
Oh,
Not quite.
this Mii Gunner's on it with the spot dodges. It was
Absolutely.
really prominent in the matchup with Steven, but even here, like, none of the side Bs are connecting for Crust.
Yeah, now Cross is just having to play it a little slower. No immediate advantage right now. So you just have to wait until the opportunity comes and does it.
That grenade on ledge is just so dangerous. I wonder what would have happened if he dodged on ledge.
Yeah, Finn secures that stock, but that might spell the end of his run here.
Oh, the up smash. We all would have went for it.
We all went for it.
Finally, the reflector does some work here.
Yeah.
Getting the Mii Gunner off the stage.
It's been good at taking the pressure off, but now it finally gets Finn off stage, and
Oh.
doesn't get hit with the laser, but one move and this is over.
Using the stalling hitbox to try an edge guard there, I respect it.
I mean,
The reflector into reflector into reflector. This line.
third time is the charm. What a great combo. But Finn able to manage to stay on this map, 178 and still kicking. Oh my goodness! The drag down
The
forward air.
drag down in. Oh man, you love to see a Spacey play well.
Yeah.
Crust did close that out, but he also lost a stock.
Yeah, I think honestly, if you're Finn, you're like, all right,
I got my one.
I did my job.
Yeah, I got my one.
I did my job. Everybody else, I don't care what you do.
I wonder what would have happened if Mii Gunner had more stocks there.
Yeah,
'Cause,
honestly.
Like, Crust did like play that out. He did win, but also like Crust seemed to have a lot of problem. Like his approach to the Mii Gunner's zoning playstyle was reflector into reflector into reflector. It was really funny and it did work, but in an extended set that might happen pretty differently.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be, I think, a point of contention as this set moves forward. If that is another matchup that comes through, I expect a shift in playstyle from maybe both players, maybe just Crust. Obviously, pure speculation at this point, but
I mean, he's probably not playing against another zoner next, right?
I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe Bryant University just really likes their zoners.
They're the zoner school. K rules next. No, that's not. We don't know that.
We don't know that. We do not know that.
Yeah,
But wouldn't it be funny?
it would be pretty funny.
It wouldn't be the first time that we've seen a King K rule.
Now, the only reason I like to see that is because against like a lot of heavyweights, Falco can just get like 4 reps in of a combo with neutral air, and that would be really funny to see that we were talking like a 60-70% combo.
Yeah. Ooh, that is not King K rule.
Yeah. Next for Bryant, we have a Captain Falcon. So two legacy characters. They're in the original, and now they're here fighting again.
What is this, melee?
Oh, melee. Yeah, right. Fox was in 64. My bad.
You're good. They're
Yeah.
the same character, more or less, kind of, sort of.
Hey, let's not get crazy here. All right, but opening up on Battlefield.
Small battlefield.
No, killing himself once because he did lose a stock block.
Indeed. Now, ready to go.
Oh, the side B. Oh man,
Off rip. Bold
See.
maneuver.
this is way more like rushdown playstyle. They're just fishing for stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jacob gets the upper hand to begin with, but now Crust has a little bit of an advantage.
Oh, that neutral air is killing his approaches.
Yeah, it's so difficult to approach when the Spaceys in general have such strong aerials.
That side B is doing work in this matchup. Didn't work as well against the Mii Gunner, but here that Falcon does not know what to do. And the projectiles are also checking him a lot.
Absolutely. And now it gets a little scary for Jacob. That grab comes through. Oh,
that's like on stage.
Catches him on the platform, sends him off stage. Is there an edge guard? No.
I wonder if he could have got a bigger thing off that. Oh, up tilt again into back air.
That's
Let's
so
go.
sick.
Love to see the Spacey combos come out and down B on stage. This Captain Falcon's going a little crazy. Forward air into so off the stage. He can make something happen here.
Crust is feeling it.
Oh,
Crust
the
is
double
feeling it.
down air. That could have been really dangerous for Captain Falcon.
Well, he almost countered out of the ledge trump.
And now we see Crust was down a stock, and now it's completely even between these two.
Yeah, and it's so scary now because Crest is just using these aerials to such great effect.
Oh, the jab. He ducked behind him into the back air again. That Falco back air is vicious on Crust right now.
Yeah, this pressure is just not letting up. Crest got one opportunity to go in and hasn't stopped.
Forward air drag down. That was pretty scary.
This is disgusting. Jacob is off stage again at 56.
Falco is just running his game plan right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Crust is going absolutely nuts. The cook is in the kitchen.
Oh,
I don't know, not
on stage.
again. I know he's just looking for that back air right now.
Oh, I was going to say, you're not looking for backer off stage, right?
Just waiting for the right
that clash was
opportunity.
scary. Oh, but in that one stock, Captain Falcon did 40%, Falco did 122.
Yeah, no, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
That is an obscene number. And there it is.
The up smash, most reliable move in Falco's
Yeah.
kit easily.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Why try when you can just press buttons?
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, Crust annihilated that. He lost the stock, but he annihilated that.
I mean, yeah, the lead is now not in Bryant University's favor.
Oh,
I can say that much.
Man, so Rushdown v Rushdown. I mean, we saw Crust struggling a little bit in the zoner matchup, but Rushdown versus Rushdown, Crust has that down pat.
Absolutely. Because we saw Crust got one singular opportunity and snowballed it into 3 stocks.
Oh yeah, and like those spikes on stage, like he had so much cook in there. Like it's a lot to dissect because like he was just running his playbook against the Falcon. Like
Mark, are we gonna mention the fact that Crust comboed out of a ledge trump on stage?
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
How do you do that?
I mean, it was the one time it was looking scary for Crust there, and he did lose a stock. Was the one thing that was scary from him is that one time that he was off stage, Falcon could have ran some kind of back air stage stuff. But we do have a young Link player coming.
Was he young?
It was young Link.
Was he young Link? We'll see. We shall see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Link, young Link. There's enough overlap.
Well, they're really different. But
well, you know,
if it is young Link, that is really scary because that is going back into the zoner hell that Crust does not want to be in.
yeah, but I feel like Crust has a little bit of momentum now.
That's true.
That warm up might have just been all he needed. That I'd be interested to see how that matchup would play out if the Captain Falcon came up first.
True. And like the Me Gunner had a lot more like get off me tools. Like the down tilt's always a threat. They were a grab menace. They spot dodged and also like they had the forward tilt on pat and the really good edge traps. Young Link, you get on him. What does he do? He has a really fast forward air. That's it.
Yeah, I mean he cries a little bit.
Yeah.
Drink some Lon milk, doesn't work.
Yeah, don't let him taunt. He heals off of it.
Does he actually?
I think so. Like 2 health.
Oh, ooh. really set changing numbers there.
Yeah.
Definitely not as effective as the Legend of Zelda games, but you know, the 2% isn't nothing.
It can be the difference between a combo and not a combo. It can be the difference between Isabel back throw killing you and not.
Fair enough.
But yeah, Falco versus Young Link. That is a Tom and Jerry matchup. that is does Jerry get caught and die, or does Jerry get to go back to his house like every other episode?
We inevitably shall see.
Yeah. In just to be clear, Tom is Falco in this situation.
Yeah.
And Jerry would be Young Link. Just to paint it out.
Okay. I'm really seeing a scene here.
Mm-hmm.
This is the newest Tom and Jerry spinoff.
We paint vivid images in our viewers' heads here at SNHU Esports. We like to tell stories.
Is this what you talk about back in the prod room?
No, not many Tom and Jerry conversations. This is a caster desk only thing.
That's why we're better.
Yeah, that's
we
why
get
we're
to talk
better.
about Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
All
right,
we're jumping into game here.
And it was Normal Link. Okay, throw out everything I just said. Normal Link is also like kind of a zoner, but he can play mid range. Edge traps are really scary with his bombs.
Yeah, these bombs are really interesting. There's so much fun little play that you can do with them. They're just so much tougher to use than any of the other Link bombs.
Now, that mid-range play from Link, I wonder if he's going to go hard zoner or mid-range, because Link can play pretty versatilely both ways.
I would, knowing how Crust played with that first matchup, try to be a little bit more long range, because now you see Crust getting in 2 interactions.
55%.
Oh, it
That's so unfortunate. One stock for Cruss already, 7.5%. Now he only does have one stock, so this is still a little scary.
I mean, it's a little scary, but it's a lot less scary than it was about 2 seconds ago.
That
and
uppy
here
on
comes the
stage,
punish.
no one's safe. That's like 50%. It's still going. It's 66. It could have been like 70 something.
Yeah, I mean, there's the 70.
There's
Gets
the
the
70.
parry on the laser.
Oh
but
no!
No, you can't do that.
You can't uppy on stage. That's just so dangerous.
I mean, maybe it's been working in the practices, but against Cruss, you cannot do that. Now so far off stage.
Oh, and getting back on stage, Link's recovery is so linear.
my
And the spike!
goodness. Cruss has taken 17%.
You can't
what
be.
happened?
You can't just be off stage versus Falco like that. You can't.
No.
Oh no! Oh, is this a sweep? Oh no! Oh, the spike!
The 2 spikes in a row.
I think it was more like a meteor. He could act, but it was
enough already?
That was insane from Cruss. Full sweep. I mean, if there's one thing that we got from that match, you can't uppy on stage as Link.
You cannot.
You
it's
can't.
so unsafe.
He would do it, and he would take 70%. That's unfortunate.
I mean, that's just the motion of the ocean. Honestly, that is a mental booming match right there. That is not the match that I would want to be on the other end of. At the same time, if I'm Cruss, I'm so hyped.
I mean, that Link seemed to want to run a setup-heavy game plan. He had a lot of trouble getting into that advantageous position where he could run it.
Well, because the Link was setting up boomerangs and bombs, but Falco has a reflector.
It doesn't matter if you get reflected, it doesn't matter if you never get them in that advantageous situation. And also, Link off stage, that's a miserable existence, especially against Falco. You have bomb too, so it's a little more versatile, which we didn't really see from that Link. But other than that, you have uppy, and it goes straight up, and everyone who plays this game knows that. That is not a good way to recover.
No, that is not safe.
And like having a good or bad recovery in this game, that could make or break your character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a stark contrast to that first match. Now we have an Ike coming up. Maybe these heavy hitters will finally be able to take this last stock from Cruss.
Ike is another character, sort of like Link, that wants to play that mid-range. No long-range options, though. Now, Ike hits really heavy. If he lands these hits on Cruss, he's gonna hurt.
Yeah, and it's so tough being this last player for Bryant because now you have to face down the barrel and just try and get as many stocks as you can.
Oh, we see that neutral air, that classic Ike neutral air. You'll probably see a lot of that.
Yeah, that's such a good tool because its hitbox is so big and it starts combos. This is big in terms of giving Panzino this advantageous position.
I mean, Ike is just using that mid-range. He's not letting Cruss get close. He's using his mid-range options like neutral air and forward tilt and down tilt just so effectively. Once Ike hits you with one of those, it's like you're in Ike's house for at least a couple more seconds.
Yeah, now you can see Cruss slowing the game down, getting those lasers out, baiting Panzino in, gets the combo. Gets pressure off though.
Oh, that down smash was so dangerous.
Down smash was so dangerous, but this is worse.
Oh, if he gets a stock here, that's big.
I mean, not quite, but 99% is nothing to scoff at, and one grab might just kill him.
Oh, that down smash, it's just so dangerous. It covers both forward and back.
Comes out quick.
I mean,
hard.
If there's anything that was proven by that match, that Ike knows how to play Ike. Like he would have hit that one neutral tool that's super big, and like then he would run his game plan. He would trap him in more situations where Ike would act first, and then Ike would get those hits. And then Ike is not one of those characters who wants those big combo strings like Falco. He hits a series amount of times, and then eventually they die.
Yes, that's just how that character works.
Yep, definitely unlike Falco, who wants, as we've seen, to get one hit, then he does a combo that does 60%, and we love to see that.
As my former co-caster, who is taking a break, would say, Falco is a cutscene character.
Falco's kind of a cutscene character. Mario is also sort of a cutscene character.
Yeah. but not quite as much as Falco.
No, not quite as much.
I feel like if there was any character in this game that could reasonably have an infinite, and I'd just be like, yeah, it'd be Spaceys.
Yeah, it would be Spaceys. Definitely not Wolf, but Spaceys.
Definitely not Wolf.
Now we are seeing a Sephiroth. Sephiroth versus Ike, the mid-range kings.
This is going to be, I mean,
Now,
two big swords.
Sephiroth is slower than Ike. I don't think that's an argument. And, so what Sephiroth is going to want to do is he's going to want to play just out of Ike's range so he can outrange him because, we all know what Sephiroth's swords looks like. It's big.
No!
That is not a katana. That is a naginata. That is a different sword.
Actually...
Hey,
No, but-
somebody corrected me on it, so I need to correct everyone else.
Sephiroth definitely has the slight range advantage. You're just gonna have to watch that, especially once that one wing comes out too. You get a little bit more power.
Sephiroth also has a projectile that's decent.
Mhm.
Octo Slash is definitely a way better recovery than Falco's. It's more dangerous. And also we have Sephiroth has a counter, which usually in matchups, usually in matchups like that, you don't counter doesn't really matter. But in matchups where it's two mid-rangers who are trying to outrange each other, they just want to hit their stuff. They're gonna get hit by it.
The thing is too, like Sephiroth's counter doesn't work like a traditional counter, where the little slashes on the end of the barrier, those come out either way, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's hit or not. So that might be a big boon if Ike tries to get a little too close for comfort.
And I mean, we saw Ike's forward tilt, and we played since Smash Ultimate came out, and we can say that range is a little silly. But then Sephiroth came out. His forward tilt range is a little silly. Yeah.
If Ike is silly, Sephiroth might be skewing into goofy territory.
Yeah.
I don't know who was cooking up those DLC hitboxes over at Nintendo/Bandai Namco, but I'd like to have a word.
Oh, that was Square Enix that asked for those. That was absolutely Square Enix that asked for those. They released Cloud. He had 3 songs from Final Fantasy, and that's it. And then they're like, okay, you want more Square Enix stuff? Add Sephiroth. Make his sword really big. You want swordies? We're giving you the ultimate one.
It might be a good thing that patches for this game ended, because if they were still doing patches, I feel like they would have just pushed their luck and just been like, hey, give it a little more. Give it a little more. We are getting into game here though.
We're getting into game Ike versus Sephiroth. This is going to be really interesting.
Yeah, two big swords. That is the name of the game here. Just have to watch it. Look at the shield pressure coming in from Briggs.
Now that neutral area is just going to be just out of range there. Oh, charging his projectile.
Yeah, watch these side Bs. This will put out a lot of pressure because Ike really has no response.
The one interaction, 60%.
That is a lot of damage. That's what Bandino needs, really. If he wants to dig out of this hole, he needs to keep that up, but...
Oh, the Octo Slash on edge, you can't do that.
It's still so much pressure.
Oh, and we see the one wing coming out here, 85% versus 33.
This is a little scary for Thrigs, but still, not at super duper scary percent.
Now, the one wing is going to give Sephiroth a big power boost to all its attacks, and also, I believe it increases knockback.
Yeah, and when you're in the situation that Pandino's in, you do not want that at all.
Absolutely not. Granted,
Huge Octo Slash.
Ike is a big body, which means he is going to take more hits than other characters. Sephiroth, I don't believe is.
Yeah, but at 123, he's not going too far.
Counter. Actually, both these characters have counters. Wow. Yeah, so this is definitely just a fundamentals game between two mid-range kings, and that dash attack is going to close it out.
Indeed. First stock down for Thrigs. The problem for Pandino is you're at 120%. Your team has 3 stocks left. We have another player in the bank here.
Now, I'm not sure what he was cooking with that counter in midair, but...
I might have expected some more aerial pressure from Thrigs. Doesn't come out, so we'll never know. Just barely able to make it back to ledge. Thought it was not going to happen there. Huge spike.
Yeah, and then Ike's recovery is so vertical.
Yeah, that's the play that you need. You need to take those risks if you're Panzino, because if you don't, you just lose.
Granted, because of the way Ike's recovery works, you see it's the that forward air is going to take it, or back air. Those both look pretty similar.
Big long sword, hit midair, stock down.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but Ike's recovery, it's just so hard to punish because he throws a sword up before coming to it. Oh, that neutral air. Oh, that forward smash reaches the platform. That's dirty. We all see Ike players doing that.
Yeah, indeed, but Thrigs starting to claw back a little bit of momentum here as I say it. Panzino gets a nice grab, sends out the wing.
Again, 1 stock versus 2.
It's a little scary for both of these players. That was a footstool that came out there.
Oh, the forward smash. That's dangerous.
Yeah, both of these players, every single stock matters so much at this point in the game, because you want to take this first point in the set. If you're Panzino and you can just like run it back all the way, you're nuts. You're sick. But if you're Thrigs and you can sort of stop this momentum and get the point going into this next round, then SNHU Blue is going to be feeling real good about their chances.
Thrigs is starting to take advantage of that mid-range advantage that he has with those long F-tilts. That is F-tilt. It reached from mid-stage. Oh, but the neutral air is going to close it out on that one.
Panzino able to make it happen with 1 stock remaining.
You know, I hate to say it, especially because it's Bryant, but Ike's our boy.
Ike's your boy?
Ike is our boy. I love to see an Ike do well. Sephiroth, he really put in that effort, that mid-range. Towards the end there, he's more taking advantage of the range advantage. It really felt like he was trying to get his bearings against the Ike, which overwhelming pressure on that character. But, like, he just couldn't pull it out. Ike, just the neutral airs, the uppies, you just don't know how to edge guard against that. It goes straight up, and the sword comes first. It's hard to punish. You need to stand right outside of the range.
It is really tough. I might have wanted to see a couple of like counters coming out just to test the waters, see if they'll get the pressure off a little bit.
The Ike was trying him.
The Ike was trying him, but Thrigs wasn't.
Yeah.
That's more what I was going for, because Sephiroth's counter isn't as risky because it still puts up a hitbox even if you don't get hit.
That's what you get when you're a DLC character.
Yeah. Strive to be the DLC character in your friend group.
Yeah. Granted, I am by no means calling Sephiroth a privileged character. That character is very slow. Now, we are going to see Insignia's Bowser last here.
Yeah, I mean, that character can take a stock real quick.
Now, Bowser is a character that I personally don't have much stock in, but if there's anybody who can make him work, it's definitely Insignia. This is a hard work versus tier list matchup here.
See, here's the thing. Insignia got a shout out on last week's Super Smash Bros. Ultimate cast, courtesy of El Jefe, and I just need to balance it out. So I just need to not comment on Insignia.
Well,
just to restore balance to this broadcast.
I will comment on Insignia. I will comment that Insignia is one of the best players in NH. He's definitely the best Bowser in NH. Definitely one of the top Bowsers, period. And I don't know, you see, he makes everything work. He makes Uppy on stage work as Bowser. He's really good at utilizing shield. And we are going to see Pandino on 1 stock.
Unfortunately for his ego, everything you just said is absolutely entirely correct.
Yeah. We're going to see the taunts coming out. Can't wait to see this Insignia.
Yeah, I'd just be scared to see if Pandino can get a combo going through, but doesn't seem to be the motion right now as we're in the early goings of this match.
Bowser does have a command grab, so those shield-to-shield situations, for Bowser in particular, he's really advantageous. He's trying for the grabs and the up smash! See what I'm saying? He just wins those interactions and he just gets 1 clean hit in, and it's Bowser's game. And because of the 1 stock, he just gets it. Having a heavyweight as your last, that's pretty good. I mean, Ike was last for Bryant, and they took out 6 stocks or so. Bowser's our last. We cleaned it up. Did Insignia
Yeah.
take any damage?
Not a single point of a single percent.
Yeah.
Yeah, you make a great point there with having a heavy hitter as the last player in your crew. It works well as sort of a cleanup scenario. Your last player is kind of like either the absolute hero or the all right, let's get this over with.
Yeah. Like
There is no in between.
Now, crew battles is actually like kind of like a newer format for this game. So like having that heavy hitter, usually heavy hitters are sort of bad because they're slow and people usually play them in certain ways. So over the course of a set, which is 3 games against the same person, you'll become more akin to that play style of that heavy hitter. But in this situation, when nerves are running high and you just need to take out this person once, heavy hitters shine a lot more.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
there is no adjustment time. They are throwing dangerous stuff at you, and you need to deal with it.
Yep. Yep.
Like, yeah, and like the Ike, and I was talking up Ike's neutral a lot, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think Bowser's neutral is crazy. It's pretty good, but like I don't think it's crazy, especially compared to something like Ike, and that just shows like character knowledge. Insignia knew everything. He probably knows that matchup pretty well. I imagine that's a pretty common counter pick to Bowser because they're both heavyweights. But yeah, no, Insignia annihilated.
Yeah, that's the fun part about collegiate is people will just make things work. There's not as much pressure to stay hard meta, you know?
Granted, Insignia is really present in NH Smash. Everyone on our team is. But
Yeah.
Insignia is like legacy. He's been present in NH Smash for a very long time. Everyone in NH Smash knows him. He knows them. He's probably played against them tens of times. That just like when you're a character enthusiast like that, like tier lists don't matter anymore.
Exactly. Exactly. It's with Amsa the Red Yoshi. Like if you are good at a character to a level that no one else is comfortable with, you can just do what you want.
Hey man, it's a good time to be a character enthusiast. Daru, almost won Evo in Guilty Gear Strive. So, I think we're gonna come. Just cut everything I just said. We are coming back soon.
Yes, we are. We are just about to get ready for this next game in this set. I believe.
Yep.
I believe
we will
have
be
a new
coming-
player coming in.
We have a new player coming in. See, I was about to ask what the lineup was going to be because I feel like they're going to change something. Bryant, at least.
Bryant, I feel like they have to change something because they were so close.
I mean, that Mii Gunner was just so consistent. I'd put him.
Yeah, I feel like the Mii Gunner might be better as a way to as a sort of stopgap. Now we do have El Jefe
on Incineroar first. I'm curious to see who he's facing because Incineroar is a character. He's a heavyweight. A lot of heavyweights here. And he's a character who, if he gets in your face, you're dead. like literally.
Yeah, and that counter is one of the weirdest counters in the game, but also, if it's used right, one of the strongest. The amount of damage you can do when you build that revenge up, disgusting, obscene.
Well, the thing is with Incineroar, and Incineroar definitely is one of few characters in Smash that fits a fighting game archetype. He's a grappler, which means you can't block. Because if you do block... See, this makes more sense to me. The Captain Falcon first, just some fundamentals character to get that out there. If you do block, he's going to grab you and you die, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I wonder if we're going to see that.
Yeah,
Okay, starting out with the revenge, just like you were saying.
revenge immediately. That Darkest Lariat did like 30%.
Darkest Lariat, it's just a small little move. It's neutral B, but it's not as cute as it looks.
Absolutely not. Bryant is starting this off at a decent percent gap.
Now, it is worth noting that even though the percentage advantage is present for Incineroar, oh, the sweet, and it kills?
That takes the stock.
He was at like 60% bad DI maybe?
No, when he got hit with that, Jacob got up to 120%.
Wow.
I kid you not.
All right, Revenge is a dangerous counter. Now, even though the percentage is up, I did want to mention that Incineroar off stage is so bad for Incineroar. He wants to prevent that as much as possible.
And El Jefe is doing such a great job of making that happen.
Oh yeah, he's staying
Hasn't been
on
off
stage.
stage
Back row here.
more than
Oh,
once.
he breaks the throw! That's so unfortunate for Captain Falcon. It might cost him another stock.
Sent
No,
the wrong
not
way.
quite, not quite.
But the
Darkest Lair
takes a stock
Oh,
in what world?
Falcon is just struggling in the neutral against Incineroar. That was the right play, actually.
Yeah.
Biffing that. You can biff it to have them end in the same direction, and that up smash is going to connect. It was like nearly fully charged.
Oh no!
Oh no!
But it's all.
Oh, the Darkest Laird is going to come out for a lot of percentage, but if that connected, that kills.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Pressure's on for Jacob. You do not want to not take a stock here.
He just wants to take a stock. 160%. Oh, throw up. That's good. If you mistime it, he does throw them upwards, which, depending on the situation, oh man, on his 130% that kills. Come on.
You can't finish a word you're saying because
Yeah.
El Jefe just puts them on the chopping block.
I mean, just like what I was saying, against a grappler, playing defensively is your only option, and Captain Falcon was just not comfortable playing at that longer range. Not that Captain Falcon is super capable, but like playing at a range, trying to like eke out those hits, that was not working. Revenge was coming out, he would land a grab, it was over.
Yeah, no, Captain Falcon didn't learn to run the ropes, and it cost them 3 stocks.
Yeah, I mean, games like that are really funny because at times it looks closer than it is because, again, if Incineroar is off stage, it doesn't matter if he has 40% on you. He can't get back up on stage. He's dead. That's kind of like the difference between Smash and other fighting games is just like if they are off stage, they are dead. So that means recoveries really matter. Incineroar's recovery, really bad.
Yeah.
Incineroar cannot get back on stage, but he just never got off stage.
Yeah. I'm curious as to who Bryant is going to throw out here. Maybe the Mii Gunner if they're not setting them up as the anchor.
Probably don't want the Mii Gunner.
They probably don't want their Mii Gunner to go out this early is the thing. But I don't know how their other players are going to deal with this Incineroar.
That and I was touting the Mii Gunner's get off me tools on top of like the zoning that was present. Incineroar, if they're on you, you're dead. You don't get off.
Yeah.
You're supposed to keep them away to begin with.
Yeah.
So maybe that Link might be able to do something. I mean, like up B on stage versus Revenge, that's a bad story.
That is a death sentence.
yeah.
That is the final bell tolling in everyone's head. I don't know how Bryant is going to respond to this.
I mean,
It's so tricky. I mean,
they could send out the Ike. The Ike would do good.
yeah, but one revenge on an Ike?
Yeah, one Revenge on an Ike, but also like Ike's moves are so they're not super high risk, especially like neutral air. So like he could see it happen and play around it.
Yeah.
Link also has similar options to that because Link has multi hits. So Link could have like the like the neutral air, have the 2 little kicks. Revenge still is active. It's not going to be as devastating as a 60 damage grab.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's just so tough to try and respond to a game like that after the first set went so close.
Oh yeah.
Or after the first game went so close. Generally, you expect the tides to sort of stay the same, and then El Jefe comes in on the Incineroar and revenges 3 times, and you just lose 3 stocks.
Now we are going to see the Ike next. Probably the correct choice.
I think,
Probably.
Yeah, I don't really think there is a better choice.
I don't think there's a good option here for them, but it's definitely the best one.
Yeah, this Incineroar is not, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is not a super common pick.
Not really, no.
And so maybe this kind of threw a wrench into Brian's plans.
Maybe. I mean, Incineroar is an uncommon pick, but he's a character who, if you don't know how to play against him, you will die. That's the thing about, like, I wouldn't call Incineroar low tier, but he's like mid tier. And against like characters like that, it's not that they're not good necessarily. It's probably that they have counterplay. And if you don't know the counterplay, then you're gonna die.
You lose.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
yeah, if you, so much of this game is just matchup dependent.
Yep.
You know, individual skill is huge, but if you're in a good matchup, you're already like 2 steps ahead.
Like
Adversely, if you're in a bad matchup or you don't know the matchup, like you're 2 steps behind.
a really big example, people thought Byleth, DLC character, wasn't that good until their matchup chart started to get realized, and then they're like, this character can't be bad. like they might not be good, but they can't be bad.
Yeah, here we go, going into it. No SDs from either side here. 9 to 12 stocks in favor of SNHU blue.
All
And
right.
they're ready to go.
Okay.
El Jefe's got to be feeling it right now.
Oh yeah. Wonder what his game plan is against this. Oh, the up air's gonna connect. The ladder combo, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh man, that side B should have been big damage for Incineroar. That was kind of a big drop. The F tilt's gonna make it though. Revenge on the side B on ledge.
Oh no!
No!
That's disgusting!
Go!
That's disgusting!
You love to see Revenge into a big connect like that because man, that response to that, I didn't think about that. The Ike up B gets eaten by Revenge.
Yeah, suddenly this matchup has changed drastically because now if Pandino gets sent off stage at all, it's over.
Oh
no!
Okay, if he lands that, that might be like 60 damage. Oh no! The uppie just off the stage! What is happening? We saw this Ike playing so solidly last set.
The timbers are shivered and then
What is this? Oh, the counter coming out. That was a good counter. He was like, hey, he's using Revenge. I might as well use my own.
What's happening?
Okay, Ike is starting to run his game plan a little bit. Oh, the stuff that was really dangerous.
And this is where it gets scary for
Basing-
Pandino.
Wow,
Shield break
it
almost
ate off
comes through.
that shield.
The Revenge into the dash attack.
Man, if you told me back in Melee times that a matchup would be decided by a counter, I would think you're crazy. Oh, man! Actually, that's not true, because Marth counter kind of messes up Fox. But
I am, in a word, flabbergasted.
okay, so that was like arguably their best player. Got destroyed.
I mean, that was probably their best matchup that they had for that Incineroar, unless they have something in the back pocket.
The Mii Gunner might do better than I think, but like I was not thinking about the fact that, yeah, we were talking about Ike up B. It protects him pretty much automatically on edge. Incineroar, that's fine.
Yeah,
Do it, bro.
Yeah,
Do it.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Feed me.
75% damage Lariat. See, like, this is what I mean. Mid-tier character. Yeah, if you know how to play against
Yeah, what do you do when you get hit
Yeah.
for 75? It's disgusting. We have Link
We
coming
have Link
through.
coming up here. Bomb stuff might be pretty good here. Revenge. I can't believe I'm thinking so heavily about a counter in Smash
Yeah,
Brothers.
the thing is, El Jefe's been using it to such great effect here. It's been the X factor, and they haven't been able to answer it for the side of Bryant.
Well, it's a character you can't block against because he has a lot of grabs, and he's a
You can't
character
rush down.
You can rush him down, but they're not playing around it. They're letting him get these counters. They're not reading. They're not grabbing him. Like, they're just scared. Like, I don't know another way to put it. Like, they're scared of this Incineroar, and he's putting up. He is giving them a reason.
It's a self-fulfilling cycle because
Yeah.
they get scared and then they all just lose 3 stocks and then they're scared for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
Because if they approach and they hit one wrong button and that Revenge comes through and they get caught in a Lariat or even just the Darkest Lariat.
Now, this might be an interesting matchup because both characters can dictate when they want to take damage and when they dish it. Because Link has the bomb, which he can remotely control. He can set that off anytime. And Revenge, it's like Joker's counter. He can hold it, right?
No.
Oh, he can't hold it. Okay, well, Link is going to need to get pretty creative with the bomb timing if
Yeah.
he wants to make some headway here towards the 3-stock. Incineroar, it's 2-stock.
2 stock.
All right, don't get crazy here. he just kind of destroyed the Ike.
Yeah, I mean, 2 stocks versus 3 stocks versus compared to El Jefe's performance here, I feel like it's marginal.
Oh, the spacing on that forward smash, pretty good.
The spacing on the forward smash is great, but 1 touch and now you're at 50.
Oh, the down tilt protection on edge. Man, El Jefe is not letting him get away with anything.
Yeah, what do you
Edge
do?
guarding so solid. The up B.
What do you do?
Wow.
Up B on stage gets you to 112.
I mean, up B out of shield is one of the strongest options in this game. So, El Jefe taking advantage of that, it's just smart. Yup, and that linear recovery that I was talking about, it's really hard to get on stage's link.
Yeah, I mean, it's so easy to punish.
Oh, and because of how Revenge is set up, you can see that he's kind of flared up. Oh, wait, no, he must have tried something. He doesn't have Revenge anymore.
I believe you lose it after a certain damage threshold.
Ah, okay.
That's the problem with Revenge.
Oh, and the up throw is going to kill.
That up throw does take the stock. El Jefe sitting at 114.
The parry doesn't even Revenge.
I mean, that's just disgusting. That's just gross. I know El Jefe pushing the advantage, tries for the Revenge.
Ooh, tries for the Revenge, gets grabbed. See, this is what you want when you're playing against Incineroar. You want him to try those creative positions, and you want to stuff him for it. So Christmas is definitely making the right calls on that one. And he does have Revenge. Maybe he'll lose it. Yeah, he does lose it.
Able to avoid that bomb, but
See,
again,
the creative, yeah.
Yeah, being very creative, getting the pressure off of himself is Christmas, but
Now,
still ends up off stage.
oh man.
I mean,
See, this Link is having a much better showing than last set, but it's still just like El Jefe's pressure is insane. It really seems like he just keeps throwing himself at him and it keeps working. 44%.
44. What do you do?
44%? Well, I mean 71 now. So, and it's one stock versus two. Incineroar's in rage. If he didn't get that stock, it was over, man.
Yeah, no, that was
Yeah.
terrifying.
Oh, and the bomb is bouncing around. It's now out of the sphere of influence. He got it back. Oh, and Revenge. He's gonna Revenge it.
Literally, I think one move at this point will do the trick. Great
Well,
tech, but
Revenge down tilt's not gonna.
well, yeah, I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah.
It would have been scary if he didn't tech that, but Christmas coming in with a great tech on stage, but it might not matter.
Back throw might kill.
Back throw does the trick, that German suplex.
See, when I said Incineroar has a lot of grabs, I wasn't just talking about side B. All of Incineroar's grabs are dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, the question is at this point, I want you to imagine in your mind, you are at Bryant University's campus. You are the last player. You have 3 stocks.
I'm probably a me gunner.
You're probably a me gunner,
I'm probably a me gunner.
and you have seen this Incineroar rip through the entire rest of your stocks.
It's he has 2 himself. He has 2 stocks, so you know you only have 2 stocks to go through.
One.
Oh, Incineroar has 1 stock.
Yes.
Okay, so you have 1 stock to go through. You're playing a War of Attrition already because you're a zoner. Might work out well, but again, like El Jefe's just been throwing himself at these people, and it's just been working. So
Yeah.
Me Gunner needs to focus on shutting that down. Make sure he doesn't. It is Me Gunner. He needs to make sure that it's not okay to walk at me.
Right. but the sort of unseen factor in all of this is if El Jefe takes this is just the game.
Yep.
Like, done. We're at the start of the season. Every one of these wins matters so much towards season momentum, towards playoff contention. There are some great teams in this league. You want every win that you can get.
Oh, yeah.
And having all that pressure on your shoulders so early, so quickly.
I mean, it's tough to go against 2 heavyweight character enthusiasts like Insignia and like El Jefe, who are they just know these matchups. They know what to do against the more agile characters.
Yeah.
And like they dominate. And we'll see how it works against this Me Gunner. I am a little interested to see it myself.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree, but it's going to be an uphill battle for Finn. We'll just have to see if he's able to pull something nice out.
His main focus just needs to be like, don't walk, don't.
Yeah, get the spray bottle.
yeah. I mean, Incineroar is a cat, so the analogy does work. Oh man, expecting the jump. Not a bad read, but
That just
didn't
does
work out.
50. You can't throw those out. You cannot throw those projectiles out so
Oh, and
quickly.
the up smash. Love to see it on Me Gunner. That is a very active up smash.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so difficult. These projectiles are being used to great effect right now, but I'd just be concerned about the revenge, especially with the missiles.
Oh yeah, and like he has a charged projectile right now. He gets Incineroar off stage. He probably doesn't need to confirm it at this point, but he's going to. And he gets back on stage.
Gets back on stage, very punishable. Doesn't. Tries for the forward smash, doesn't hit.
Forward tilt and forward smash. What's going on? Oh, man. Man, they were getting really intimate there for a second.
Yeah, that was. I didn't know. Did you know that mid-set they made that game turn-based?
Yeah, for 1 second they made it turn-based. I really feel like the Mii Gunner player and El Jefe really just know each other a little better now.
Yeah, no, that was bonding. That was not
Hey,
competition.
you want to give me your playbook right now, real quick? You want to give me your intimate, in-depth playbook right now? What you would do if I was right in front of you?
They got that peer-to-peer download
Yeah.
going on. Finally,
So
they are able to slay the wrestler cat.
So Crust had a little bit of trouble with this. As did Steven.
Yeah.
But they have more matchup experience, so they might want to send in them. Insignia, of course, I have no doubt will do pretty well, despite every cell in my being saying Bowser versus Mii Gunner is a bad matchup for Bowser. But
It's even.
okay, all right.
We are getting
I'm
told
sure.
per
You're right.
Insignia.
You're right.
It's even. It's
Yeah.
even. And
So-
that is a quote.
Yeah, that is a quote from the Insignia, the Bowser specialist. It's even.
Yeah.
It's 5-5.
Yeah. Yep. You know what? There is a reason
Now-
why I'm here. I play plenty of Smash to know that shouldn't be an even matchup.
I mean, I am
but-
kind of wondering the sample size. The Bowser versus Mii Gunner sample size, obviously the two most popular characters.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That, I feel like that's the two most popular characters.
But, like, if
Both
anybody-
players select random.
If anybody has a better opinion on it, it's Insignia.
Yeah.
Definitely. So
Yeah.
it's even as 5-5. So they might opt to send in him then. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if it's even, then it becomes a matchup of skill, and that is a character specialist versus a character specialist. And at that point, like, that's what everybody loves to see. They love to see people in their element, no tier list in the matter, just like people doing their stuff, running their game plan. Who's better?
I wanna run back the Little Mac duos.
Little Mac doesn't have an even matchup, so that's rough.
Right, but there was a time where we had Little Mac v Little Mac in this building.
I just like
I just want that. I want to go back to.
well, Little Mac is a boxer character. Boxers aren't really well known for jumping, so you get off stage as Little Mac, you're dead.
Yeah. Well, that is a different game. This
They are
is
sending
Insignia.
Insignia. Oh man, can you imagine if Insignia loses?
That
We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it
do
goes.
not test or curse it into existence.
Yeah. Needless to say, SNHU's lineup has definitely changed from last time.
Yeah.
Oh, but these forwarders are going to such effect. And Insignia is just trying a lot of options here. He's just feeling what he can get away with.
Yeah, this neutral B has put on a lot of percent to Finn. Already it's sitting at 50, and honestly,
This kind of-
with
yeah.
Bowser, you're kind of approaching kill percent once you reach like 65, 70.
I mean, testing the waters like this, especially when you're a heavyweight with moves that are just so slow, you love doing it because then you see like, oh, I can get away with this. Like forward air is so dangerous, such a dangerous move, and he just gets away with it. Even though it's slow, he just gets these reads. He knows what the Mii Gunner's gonna do.
Yeah, and Finn is going to be clawing desperately to each one of these 3 stocks that they're rolling with right now, because if they lose a single stock, like momentum immediately loses that. Momentum immediately becomes in SNHU's
Back
favor.
down.
Sorry.
And the Bowser edgeguard is really dangerous. Oh, on platform, the side B grab onto platform, that kills.
I'm not even popping off.
Shockingly early.
I'm not even popping off for it.
You have to pop off for it at least once.
At least once, but not right now. That once I knew that he was staring down that side B, I knew that was stock. I mean, what do you do?
Oh, and these neutral airs are just being used so well. And the neutral B on stage. That verticality is just not something that the Mii Gunner has. So he just rains down on him, and it just works.
Absolutely, you're right on target there, and you know, Finn is trying desperately to use these projectiles, but Insignia on the Bowser is so heavy that it's not securing anything.
Oh man, that forward air into whoa!
Why combos with, I believe it was one of Finn's projectiles.
Yeah,
gets
it
the
was
explosion for a little bit more knockback. Gets the back air, I believe.
Oh,
it
it
was.
happened again. The grenade just is part of Bowser's kit now.
Yeah, armors through it. It uses it for damage twice. Gets a stock with it.
Oh, the up tilt, Bowser up tilt, just so big. And the neutral air, back air.
Finn off stage, 95%, one stock remaining for Bryant University.
Oh,
This
that
is
up
not
tilt.
where you want to
He
be.
wants to hit the up tilt. He wants to hit the up tilt. In the up smash. And that back air is a good back air.
Finally off stage.
Now, getting back on stage with Bowser, he's just gonna do it. And the down air is almost gonna kill, but being an advantage versus Bowser, it's not nice.
There's
5B kill.
There it is. That
I mean, against heavyweights, what you need is time to adjust. That's why in sets, usually you'll see the heavyweight more in the lead to begin with, but then the more agile character is going to get used to what they're doing. But in this environment, and because Insignia is just goated, you just die. There's no adjustment time. Deal with it or die.
yeah. Finn really was not put in a great position there. I would not want to be the anchor in one of these crews, especially not after that first game where it was so close and then it just all starts to slip away.
And you know, Insignia was humble enough to tell me that was even. He could have told me it was 9-1 and then crushed him. But it was even. You know, Bowser prevailed.
Indeed, he did. An unfortunate loss for Bryant University, but yet again, a great showing from SNHU, this time from Blue. Great start to their season.
Oh yeah,
Didn't get shown last week because they had a bye. So this is their first game. This is their debut of the season. And I think if I was them, I wouldn't really have it any other way. Realistically.
Well, yeah. Well, those following us, now you have a good taste of both of our Smash teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think both of these Smash teams, there's something to be said about, because whenever you hear like, oh, there's a B team, you know, you think that people on the B team just aren't cut out for it. No.
I mean,
our yellow roster is really strong.
Our coach is Duffy. He's a top NH Yoshi player. He is so cutthroat with it.
Yeah.
If you are on our Smash teams, you are skilled. That's just a matter of fact. And like also, this is just a good time to mention that if you are more curious about our Smash B team, every week we do have a B stream that they should get streamed on.
Indeed.
Yeah.
SNHU Esports B, I believe, is
it's just new Esports B. I'm on production, so like I like plugging.
Well, you know, I also like plugging things.
It is both of our jobs.
It is both of our jobs.
Yeah.
And speaking of both of our jobs, we do have a couple of things coming up. We have no matches coming through for, I believe, the rest of the week because our friends up in Canada have Canadian Thanksgiving. But we may
have time to cover. Okay.
We're going to throw to a quick break. We may be able to get some more Super Smash Bros. Ultimate action in. We will save the plugging for later. Let's throw to a quick break. Grab some popcorn, grab a snack, grab some water. We will be right back.